Death and taxes are known to be the two things in the world that you can't avoid. But if you are a person like me who wants to be able to live life on their own terms, rejection would also be on that list. When you're knocking on all these different doors of opportunity, there's bound to be a time when you're being told no. Rejection can come in many forms, whether it is unrequited love, not getting the house you wanted, not getting that job, not getting into the school you wanted. The list goes on. And it's rarely a pleasant feeling when you're being told no, especially when it's something that you wanted really badly. So in today's video, I'm going to dissect the idea of rejection a little more and answer questions like, why does rejection hurt so much? And how can we as individuals handle rejection so we don't feel discouraged from living lives that we want? And if you like this video, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see content related to this. So to understand why rejection is so painful, I actually wanted to introduce the concept that I learned back in business school. So you guys are familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where you see this triangle and at the bottom you have physiological needs and then it escalates all the way up to self-actualization. But what's less known is a couple decades later, a psychologist named David McClellan created the needs theory, which identified three main motivators that everyone had, regardless of age, sex, culture, or race. We have the need for achievement, which is motivated by accomplishment. The need for affiliation, which is motivated by acceptance. And we have the need for power, which is motivated by status, winning, competition, etc. This needs theory was initially created in the context of organizations or how to motivate people to do better at their jobs. But I really think that this can apply to just life in general, because for Gen Z and millennials, I feel like we all have this desire to make a positive impact on this world. Now, because this video is about rejection, I really want to focus on the need for affiliation. Now, it really makes a lot of sense to me because as humans, we are social beings and we need other people to be able to thrive. So I think fundamentally rejection hurts because it used to be simply a survival instinct. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, then go together. Now, I know we're not in 2000 BC anymore, but I think there's still this desire to, do well in society and be recognized and be affiliated with, some of the top dogs. And I think this happened to me when I was a high school senior, and my goal back then was to get into Cornell. I thought by getting into Cornell, the rest of my life would kind of just be set because I'd be able to put such a big name on my resume and employers would recognize that. I wanted to be affiliated with or accepted by this school that is, nationally or globally renowned. And then come December and I get deferred, which was basically crushing. I thought I would join an elite school and be a part of these intelligent people and, become intelligent as well. But when that deferral came, it's kind of like the dream's over. So when we are dealing with rejection, we're really dealing with the loss of something. We're grieving, essentially. We're grieving the loss of a dream or a fantasy of who we thought we were going to be or who we thought we were. And when you realize that when you're rejected, you're also grieving something, it becomes a lot more understandable to how we handle rejection. Because I haven't heard of the 5 stages of handling rejection, but I've heard of the 5 stages of grief. Now, grieving the loss of maybe a dream or a fantasy that you had with being at this job or being at this school or being with this girl isn't as dramatic as the loss of a loved one, or maybe you're going through a breakup. But I think the psychology and how we handle both rejection and grief can be pretty similar. So we kind of go through the 5 stages of grief, but light. And now I will go through these 5 stages while also reenacting my high school trauma. Wait, status of my application? Let me see. What? I got deferred? Nah, this can't be me. This has to be a different Sam with the exact same address as mine. Dang, I feel hurt right now. How could this happen? Man, Cornell. They don't know what they're missing out on. But I'm a great person. How could they do this to me? Dang, I'm pretty sad that I'm rejected. But now that I think about it, I didn't really want to go to Cornell. I just wanted to be at a school where I'd receive a great education and be able to set myself up for the rest of my life because of the status of Cornell and an Ivy League school. The truth is, I could probably receive a great education somewhere else. And I just gotta find out what that school is, so I'm just gonna apply to a bunch of other places. But all jokes aside, I've come to find that rejection is rarely a personal thing, and it should not define your worth as a person. Like, yes, it would have been nice to be validated by a big company like Google, Facebook, or Harvard that, you are a smart person and they would like to accept you into their group, but that doesn't always happen. So you as a person now have to face this new reality and kind of just figure out how to go from there. It's not always easy, but you know what? Life isn't supposed to be easy. Even when you watch a movie or read a story, like, have you seen a good main character not struggle at least once? Struggle is a part of the story, and ultimately we like to see that people overcome their struggles and their setbacks. And the same goes for you. Yes, a door has been closed to you right now, but how are you going to still create your own success out of it? Yes, I didn't go to Cornell, but I still was able to get this really great education from another university, and I couldn't have been happier choosing that place over Cornell. Instead of being in the middle of nowhere, New York, I ended up being in another city, and I'm actually really glad that I went to school in a city. The thing is, life just works out in funny ways. So don't see rejection as the end. It's just a redirection. Now, I don't really believe in some cosmic force or horoscope or any crystal balls or anything like that. But if this door has been closed to you for a reason, then I just say accept it and take another path. Because the reality is, you will still find meaning and fulfillment in a path that you initially did not imagine would have that. So I would say just keep going until you hit a point where you're actually happy. You might not think this while you're going through the stages of rejection, but I know that you will end up in a better place. Thank you guys for watching. If you do like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more content related to this. Take it easy.